The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
I was shopping for my wife. I got all the groceries on a Friday. So it was a Friday afternoon. I went to the local supermarket. I packed up everything and I loaded it up into my van. And I put everything in the trunk and I had everything. And then I went to the wine store that was right nearby. I go to the wine store. As I come back, I was holding my children's hands and two children were with me, and I come back to the van, I open it up, and all the groceries were gone. So I'm wondering what in the world just happened. Where's the groceries? I checked this. Do I have the right car? Yeah, it's my van. I had a green van at the time. I knew it had to be my van. So where's all the groceries? Who would steal my groceries? What am I going to do? I start looking around. Who could possibly have stolen it? So I look, I see like a worker in a van over there, and I start walking over to see maybe he took my groceries. Who would steal my groceries? I call my wife. I say, I don't know what happened, but someone stole all of our groceries. I'm here, I got everything, spent hundreds of dollars, and it's gone. She said, no one stole your groceries. I said, I'm telling you, where else could it be? She said, you must have put it in someone else's car. I said, I'm not such an Eloy that I would forget that I put it in someone else's car. What are you talking? I don't think so. Are you sure? Look around. Is there any car that looks like yours? I said, I'm looking around. No, I don't see any car like mine. She said, I'm telling you, someone else, you must have put in someone else's car. You put all the groceries in someone else's car. And they must have driven off. So she says, listen, I'll make some phone calls to see, does anyone have the same model car as us in the neighborhood? And you go and you look around too. And so I hang up the phone. I go back into the supermarket. I said, listen, if anyone comes and tells you that they found my groceries, just let me know about it, because I don't know. I think I must have taken my grocery and put it in someone else's van. And this never happened to me before, but I'm thinking to myself, what in the world happened? Where are the groceries? Anyway, my wife makes a phone call to someone in our neighborhood who owned a similar type of van. And she says, excuse me, can you do me a favor? Can you look in your van to see if you by any chance have any groceries? Were you just in the kosher supermarket in the last little while? She says, yeah, I was. Okay, can you look in the back of your van to see, do you have groceries there? So she looks in the back of her van, and she says, yes, I have all your groceries. She says, okay. So my wife calls me and tells me what had happened, and I went to pick up my groceries. It was a funny story, and what I took out of the lesson was, I was so sure I had all the groceries. I know I put it into my van. And then afterwards I realized, you know what? I can't be sure of anything. No, it wasn't in my van. I put it in someone else's van. And it felt to me like Hashem was telling me a little lesson over here. Sometimes you're so sure you're in control, you know exactly what you're doing, and you got it all under control. And sometimes you have to realize, who's in control? Hashem's in control. He's the one that's pulling the strings from above. He's the one that's making everything happen. And therefore, not only in these type of things and the small things that happen to us in life, but in the big things as well. Let's try to realize on Purim, when we drink, if you don't drink, you don't have to do this by drinking either. You could just come to the Simcha. You could come to Adal Yoda B'Purya, in Purim itself. Reach the level, you're so full of happiness, you don't need the wine to reach that level. But realize, become so happy that I realize that everything is from Hashem. Hashem is in control. There's no such thing as bad, because everything in life is really good.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org